coming today. I know it's my dad's memorial today. He's 90 years old. This is the day that he passed away on his birthday last year at his house at 746 Citrus Cove Drive. He will be missed. Everybody here today, right now, is what I consider his family, and I'm very personal about it. He loved Uncle Charles. He loved his brother. He loved Auntie Yvonne. He loved everybody here. Sabrina Malayan family, he talked about being at the wedding, Uncle Charles, Uncle David, who's like a brother to him. Even my family over there, who's coming out the car, Michael Ramsawak, he's like a brother to me. My brother John, I like to appreciate him for everything he's done for me since my father passed away. My wife Charlotte, who took care of my father every day, appreciate you. My kids, Juliana and Jonathan Sankar, my mom for holding it down while my father was very ill. One good thing I could say about my father is that he loved everybody. He treated everybody like his family. There were times that we would go to Chicago, come back. No matter what he did, he always put church in his life. No matter what we did, he always taught us as family, no matter what somebody does bad to you, put God first. Always pray to God. When he warned me of bad situations that happened in life, he said, Richard, hold it down for your family. One thing I could say about that was good about my father is that he always welcomed his house to everybody. He loved every person in our family. He always said, blood is thicker than water, but a lot of times family is not always blood. And I appreciate every single one of y'all that's coming in here, that's always reached out to me during hard times, that's been there. There's been many times he talked about Uncle David growing up. Like I said, Sabrina Malay family, Michael Ramsawak, who was always there, who always treated me like a brother, and his brother Bataru and family. I love y'all for being here. Uncle Charles, Auntie Beverly, Adrian, Nicholas, Uncle Arnold's wife, everybody. I know I'm just speaking from the heart right now, and I might forget some names, so I apologize. But even the Rampasad family, King, Mike, Rampasad, you guys are like brothers to me. Reggie, Bob, Nadine, brothers to me. Always looking out for me. The Singh family from Minnesota. There's so many people that have been a big impact in my life. My job, my brother John that's been here for me from day one. My mom, I love you no matter what. My father, rest in peace. Your legacy will always be here in the Sankar family. And he always opened his house to everybody here. He loved everybody. He loved his brother, Uncle Morris, Uncle Kennard, Uncle Linton, Uncle Linton's wife, Auntie. They're probably all in heaven right now. My Auntie Camille, Uncle Tosi. He loved the Dindial family. He loved Ichko. He loved being a teacher. He loved IUN. He loved his family. And he always told us to always extend our hearts to everybody that's there that needs help. He always makes sure to make things right. And I'm sorry, I know I'm speaking a lot. I'm sorry. So I'm just going to hand it off. We're going to start it off with a hymn. So happy birthday, Dad. Rest in peace. Rest in peace in heaven. Oh, you're probably up there playing cards with all my family members. Auntie Camille, Uncle Desmond, Uncle Tulsi, Hitchcock family, Uncle Kennard, a lot of our family members who have passed away as well. You're probably over there laughing hard playing cards, and we love you and miss you. All right. So we're going to start off with a hymn. Oh, Master, Let Me Walk Thee. It was one of my father's favorite hymns. I don't have a great singing voice, so if somebody can echo in, that'll be great. So,
Holly, do you want have this? Oh, they go. It's okay, she got it.
Teach me time. With thee, O Master, let me live.
Want to speak, Uncle Charles?
Okay, okay, it's a year, and I miss Milton every day. He was near to me. He welcomed me. In fact, before welcoming me, he arranged with the real estate guy to get the house that I live in. And when I came to look at what the building, how they were building it, he was there to help me. I always remember in 1953 when we spent 2 weeks together at Bethel College in New Amsterdam. It was a meeting of would-be youth leaders, and we were being lectured to by ministers and others. And the one incident that makes me remember him very much, they had a concert at the end, and he decided that he and I are going to portray the shortest man in the world. The shortest man in the world. He didn't rehearse it, and I wasn't too prepared, but he was in charge. So before the crowd came in, he had the screen drawn on the stage and a table put there, and I had to put my hands into my shoes on the table. So that was my feet. And then he came at the back, put a sheet over his head so they couldn't see him, but his hands protruded, so his hands were my hands and my hands were my feet. And he talked, but he had to put something in my mouth, so I had to eat a cake. I had to dance, so this was my feet, and the crowd enjoyed it, the shortest man in the world. I also remember how protective he was. I was teaching at Crabwood Creek, and Beverly was teaching there. And Beverly had some problem, or some guy was not being nice towards her. She wasn't married to Lacan yet. So Milton decided this is getting overbearing, and he rode up the long road that is between Skeldon and Crabwood Creek, the route that Beverly had to ride every day. He knew on Saturday that the guy would be riding out there to go to the market, so he rode up and stopped him on the highway. No house was built in Lion Park yet. The place was dreary, desolate, and he stopped him on the road, and he told him, warned him not to interfere with his sister. He takes care, he took care of his sister, and that is another thing that I admire about him. He was the elder brother, and he played the part of elder brother. Like many of you, I cherish the memory of Milton, and I hope and I pray that this last line, with thee, O Master, let me live, he is living with Jesus now. Thank you very much for inviting me here today.
Thank you. David,
Okay, I have a little prepared talk. First, I'd like to say, dear family and friends of Milton, dear family and friends of Milton Sankar, for those who do not know, I am David Gajudar, one of his closest friends. We are gathered here for after a year to celebrate his life. As you all know, Milton and I grew up together in Skeldon, area in Guyana. We went to school at the same time and taught school at the same time. We both came to the US to further our studies. Over the years, we found ourselves near to each other, in nearby cities in Canada and the United States. We went touring and fishing together. We finally both ended up here in Central Florida. Before we came to Central Florida, before we came to Louisville, to this area, Orlando, Milton had a lot prepared for us. He wanted us to buy. Unfortunately, we didn't want that lot. We got another one, and we got a house in the area where he was. Anyway, we did end up in Central Florida, just like he did. I am so sorry that he is not here with us in person today, but he is with the Lord and with us in spirit. Milton, my good friend, farewell. On behalf of my wife and children, we will meet again. Continue meeting.
You want to thank the
Yes.
people more?
Okay. I thank all of you here for attending this 1-year memorial of Milton. And before I say a few words, I would like to just read 2 little verses that I read, that I took from the Bible. This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 to 30. Come to me, all ye who are weary and heavy burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am humble and gentle in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. John 3:16, which we all are familiar with. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Every one of us, the entire family, looked up to Milton as a patriarch and as a gentleman who brought comfort to all of us. His devotion, love, and generosity were extended to many of us, his relatives and friends who were troubled and indeed needed assistance financially or otherwise. Whether you needed simple advice, companion in silence, or a shoulder to lean on, he was there for you. He was righteously disciplined, strict and upright, and played his role very diligently to guide, support, and protect his family, even in tough times. As Charles hinted earlier on, protected his sister. His family meant the world to him, and he was happiest when surrounded by them. Spirituality played a very important part in Milton's life. He loved his church, worshipped his God, and his faith guided his actions, words, and deeds. He was a true Christian. We will remember him for the many people still left behind, whose lives he touched so positively. His spouse, his children, grandchildren, in-laws, relatives, and close friends. They are the legacy. They are his legacy. Through them, he has left the world a better place than when he found it. And for that, he has to be very proud. Even though he's gone, in our hearts, he will live on forever, and the pages of his book will never be closed. We pray that he will continue to rest in peace in the arms of the Lord.
Can you Anybody else wanted to say anything
I
before we
think Auntie
continue?
Beverly may want to come in. Auntie Beverly may want to come in.
Adrian, did anybody online want to speak? I can't hear you.
Would like to say a few words. Please go ahead and hit the unmute button, and you can go ahead and speak. The unmute button is on the bottom left.
Thank you, Adrian. Anybody online want to say anything? Hello?
My name is Rajman. Rajman Jack. I'm a cousin of Milton. And Milton was very close cousin to us. My father and Milton's mother, they grew like very close together. So our relationship was very close. When I came over here, I had no, like I was in the last stand. But Milton went home, and on his way back, he brought some things for me, and he came at 1 o'clock in the morning, woke me up, and yeah, we got like that. Ever since then, he's been very nice to us. He visits me quite often. I mean, Kiana, when he comes to Toronto, he always stop by me. And when he goes back, he stop by me after he visit me. And this closeness and lasting have. So I speak on behalf of my family, my wife, my kids, and my siblings. Just want to say thank you for everyone here. It's Melvin is with us, and we hope that someday my life will meet again. Thank you very much.
Anybody else want to speak anything? Hey, cousin Nimrod, thanks for all your help again. Appreciate you and your family. Auntie Beverly and Uncle too. Appreciate it.